If you're new here, my name is Naima, founder of the Academy for Womanhood. And today I'd like to talk about being seen for 2025. Hello, YouTube. Hello. It is the day before Thanksgiving. Hello. It's 12:20 in the afternoon. And be seen, AKA take up more space. And today I'd like to talk to you about some elevated ways to go about that. How about that? Today, I'd like to converse with you about some elevated ways to take up space in your life. Or, as one of my community members says, and I'm paraphrasing, hello, darling. I'll paraphrase your words in the event that you watch this here and we maintain your anonymity. Something like, when I'm honest in my life and I'm actually present in my life, how much I live my life. Hello, TikTok. Thank you for the hearts. Hello, 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 hello. So, being seen, taking up space, whether that is in your current career, okay, where you are, whether you have been afraid of taking up space, which is oftentimes what it is. You're afraid to be who you really are. You've been inadvertently looking for the women to be a sort of mother to you because maybe your mother didn't love you. So there's a way that part of how you get some version of love is that you hide in your career and you play little girl. This is just one example, okay? Or you feel like you're going to lose your job if you really start taking up space. You're going to get fired because you're going to be too big. How about this? You have a project that's really important to you to get out into the world. You have a business, you have a vision. There's a change that you're looking to see in the world. And you recognize that in order for that change to occur, in order for you to have the impact, to make the money, to be the woman, that there's a true woman for you to be. Not just like adult in age, right? Because like 35 does not equal woman. Being 45, 30, 40, 50 does not equal woman, right? When we tell the truth, we know that, right? Those of us whose mothers were like little girls. We were mothers to our mother, right? So for those of us who have had that experience, we know that maturity and age does not equal woman automatically. So you may be 35, 45, 55, and you recognize that the woman that you need to be requires a decisive move, an active, deliberate work, and waking up your sexual magnetism and being honest versus your habitual way of lying, saying what you mean, and being on purpose about it. Because no woman becomes a woman by accident, it is deliberate. She decides that she's growing up. And she becomes what apparently is very rare for the feminine gender. So let's talk. And I'd love to hear from those of you who are prioritizing being seen for 2025. And you know it's time for you to plant seeds. You are prioritizing taking up lots of space on the world stage, on camera, in your speaking career, in your coaching and transformation business. in your relationships, you are deliberately planting seeds, and your whole body tells you that you require help so that you, not just for a month or two or for a little, but you sustainably take up space in your life. You allow your energy to expand and to not cower in public spaces where you see and feel people noticing you, taking you in, responding to you, judging you, looking at you, wondering who you think you are to be taking up so much space, commanding this price, commanding this attention, commanding this way of being, commanding new team members, commanding, not because you forcing it, and I'm a bad bitch, and I do what I say, and I don't give a fuck, and you did, because niggas, mm-mm. It's calm because you've reconciled your deep, erotic, primal power, the power that most women, we clench down here. We don't like the smell. We're scared of looking sexual. We're scared of feeling orgasmically as strangers watch on, as people look, men look, our mother looks. How many of you have yet to be a woman in the presence of your mother? You see what I mean now? By being seen, taking up space as a woman in your whole life. Yes? Thank you for all those hearts. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so. You are aware that men can take away our reproductive rights because women hide and play small. You're aware of that, right? You're aware that they can create laws to tell you what to do with your body because the women before us, your mother, your grandmother, your great grandmother, and the mother before them, played small and hid, right? You recognize you're next in line, right? It's your unwillingness to take up space which will determine the rights that you lose, I lose, the woman next to you lose, your daughter lose. You do recognize that, right? Oh, that's not you. That's the other women. That's not you. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That's them other women, huh? Other women need to do that, not you, right? You do recognize that all of this anger and rage running through women's bodies worldwide is because y'all mamas and grandmamas played small and didn't take up space, right? Whatever the reason, it doesn't matter that they would have been violence accosted against them, and then that's the price that you pay for living down here on Earth. Well, be mad, stay mad. That ain't that, what that got to do with the laws being passed right now that got women dying in the hospital because the doctor by law can't abort that baby. They got women jumping states because the state they in don't allow a woman to regulate their body. You see what I mean by taking up space? So when I say be seen, I'm talking about your whole life. I'm talking about your whole life. Okay. And then, if we want to take this even further, for those of you who love to worship deities, you love to talk about ancient African tradition, you love talking about, what's her name? Kali Ma. And who else? The women y'all love to refer to, women who run with the wolves. Y'all love to get all cartoon, cute, kiki. The fact that our rights can be taken away tell you that folks just been talking. Too many of us just been talking and reading books. What books do you recommend we read about women and liberation? Because Bell Hooks talked about this, and meanwhile, Billy and them done decided you hoes gonna die in that bed. You can women who run with the wolves and Kalima all you want, but somehow that shit ain't transferring to your willingness to take up space on the world stage. That shit don't translate to you commanding millions of eyeballs on your content or even thousands of eyeballs on your content because of the way you command the camera. With all of your healing videos and your transformation videos and your femininity videos, something's not translating, baby. Are you willing for your whole essence, your orgasmic, aroused, turned on being to be seen on the world stage and to say what you actually mean? Are you willing to share your codes with the whole wide world? Yes or no? Or you just want to scroll the TikTok for you page and just join the whole conversation about Slim Kim and political book talk and the newest skin tint by Anastasia. I was like, what is this? I keep hearing bras talking about this Slim Kim. Why is everybody talking about Slim Kim? Why do people care so much? What? Meanwhile, Billy and them is in the Supreme Court. Meanwhile, Todd and Russell and Billy and what's their names? You know, all of them is over there appointing who gonna be telling you where you can live, what you gonna be paying for your food, what women can and can't do, what's gonna happen with your bills. Meanwhile, y'all talking about Slim Kim and the latest makeup trend and asking for skin tutorials. Bitch, every skin tutorial you ever gonna need is on YouTube. Shut up. So who here is ready to really be seen? Raise your hand. Raise your hand in the comments. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. So here's what excites me that I would love for those of you who want to join my vision. Come on. First of all, I am absolutely in love with Italy. First of all, for those of you who've been following my content, you know I absolutely love Italy. When I envision a beautiful life, I envision visiting the United States, but living in Italy. When I envision a beautiful life, I envision visiting the United States and living in Italy. Okay. For those of you who also either know that you love Italy, right? Or Italy has always been on your list of places. Okay. I invite you to come start taking up space and practice not only being seen, but being beautiful, being seen by coming to Women in Italy with me for my 8-day Women in Italy next year. It's July 7th through the 15th, I think. It's 8 days. This is one way for those of you, like I said, who love Italy, because either you've been there numerous times, maybe you lived there once upon a time, or it's just always been on your bucket list. Okay. And you just know, right? Because you've been seeing my content about women in Italy, or you feel it, that you would have an elevated 8 days with me in Milan, Italy next year in the summer, July 7th to the 15th. If you know that this is for you, I want you to DM me right now. And let's begin the conversation about why you want to come to Women in Italy. How will it be beautiful for you? What you are looking to transform? Why you are looking to command attention? What's your intent with commanding attention online, offline, with your content, with your vision, with your pioneering mission, your calling? Why is commanding attention important? Why is commanding attention now important? How are you going to handle absorbing all that comes with being a public facing person who commands lots of attention on the internet, online and offline? How is Women in Italy going to help you? Let's start that conversation in my DMs. Okay. So that's one thing here, Women in Italy, why I have this up on the screen. The other way is for those of you who are not in, you're either not into group environments, okay, which is my woman community is a group dynamic. You're either not into a group dynamic or you're advanced, like really advanced. A lot of women, I don't even want to get into that right now, but you're experientially advanced, okay? And you're gonna have to hear what you hear when I say that, right? But you absolutely require for this season in your life, you absolutely, meaning your nervous system, your vision, your seriousness absolutely requires one on one. And here's the caveat, you don't think, you're not like, maybe you know that I am the one to support you. You know I'm the one to coach you. You know I'm the one you want to work with for anywhere from the next 3 months to a year. You know. Then I invite you to complete an application. If you're on YouTube, the application is in the description. On TikTok, you go to the link in my bio, you click that link, and at the very bottom of all the options is an application for us to work together. Okay. To work with me privately starts at 15,000 and goes to 100,000 plus. So you need to be at that financial level. You need to be at a level of serious. Do not complete the application if you're not ready at this level. This is an elevated, again, these are elevated ways. These three on the screen are elevated ways to either work with me, come in person with me in Italy, and even in the one on one, we can create a package that includes some one on one, like in person. And then the third option is Shadow Gold. Shadow Gold was created for women okay, so let me break it down like this. I created Heal Your Witch Wound to be an on ramp to power. Okay, what do I mean by on ramp? There are women who would come around and this is attraction, right? They watch my content and they're like, you're speaking to all these things I've been feeling and I'm going through, and they'd be like, I'm new to this, and I'm just like, wow, I'm so intrigued, and like this. They would talk about like this about my content, but it's sort of like, ooh, but oh my God, I'm just so wow, you just blow my mind. I'm just so wow, wow, wow. Right? And what happens is it's like they want to tip the toe in, but they don't want to devour just yet. They're not ready to take in their full womanhood. Their full, right? They might get a sense that, wow, this is enormous, but I ain't ready for all that. That Heal Your Witch Wound was created for that woman. She's new, she's intrigued, but it's like, oh my God. And she binge watches the content and she just sort of likes to hang out right there. And like she wants to tip her toe in a little bit, but not too much. Right? Heal Your Witch Wound is for her. Then there's the woman who, like, I've been doing this work and I don't know what's quite next, but I know there's more for me. Right? And this woman is at a whole other level of wanting to take in who she is. This is a woman who's ready to get into pussy power. What do I mean by pussy power? I mean your orgasmic self, the part of you that just knows. The pussy knows. The part of you that just knows. The woman who just wants to put her foot in, that's the woman who's still like, she knows, but she'll be like, let me think about it. But she already knows. Let me pray. Let me go talk to my guides. Let me meditate. This is for the woman who's beyond that. She knows, and now she wants to live from what she knows. So this is the woman who's ready to get into her primal, raw power. and she wants a high level tool now. That's who shadow gold is for. Shadow gold, shadow gold, shadow gold. You can get immediate access to shadow gold with the link in my bio. Okay, go up to my bio on TikTok, click it, and down toward the bottom is shadow gold. If you are on YouTube, the link to immediately access shadow gold is in the description. Now, when you go to the link in my bio, you're also going to see Heal Your Witch Wound. If you are listening to me right now and you know that shadow gold is not for you, FYI, Heal Your Witch Wound is in my bio right now. But today I want to talk about the elevated options. Okay. Over the last, what, I don't know, 2 months, well, all this year, really, I've been talking a lot about Heal Your Witch Wound. It's there. Now it's time to graduate, right? Or even for those of you who have already graduated to Shadow Gold and you're ready for next, Women in Italy, one on one, or whatever else you may be observing out in the world. Okay. So right now is a good time to for you all to bring forth where you are needing to grow up, level up, and being seen and taking up space. I'd love to speak directly to what's real and relevant and hot in your life right now. Are you starting and stopping with your TikTok content creation? Do you worry about being judged, shamed, doxxed? Maybe you upload content and then people respond and then you delete it. You want to talk about very riveting things, maybe death, maybe sexual healing, um, orgasmic living, abundance. You have very triggering ideas, but it's powerful, it's relevant, it's needed, and yet there's your nervous system has not been developed. Your own erotic power is let me use it is in its infancy. Okay, tell me in the comments. Thank you for all those hearts. I already have over 4,000 hearts. Thank you. Remember, this is about being seen and taking up space. Being seen and taking up space. Being seen and taking up space. Hmm. What questions do you have? Sincerely. Don't just, but sincerely. What is relevant? Where are you ashamed right now? Where are you feeling urgent right now? Where do you want to be free and liberated right now? What do you want more of? Are you feeling greedy? Are you feeling violent? Are you feeling so when you start to really get into feeling as a woman, you realize how much of your intense emotions is because deep underneath is your desire trying to poke, come up. And there's like, if you don't know what that means, it's probably not for you. And maybe we're done here. Well, listen, I can go. Just want to open up the floor in case there's any questions here. 45 seconds. All right, so a reiteration is the application to work privately and Shadow Gold. The links are in my bio here on TikTok, and the links are also in my bio in the description on YouTube. And any questions you have about women in Italy, women in Italia, July 7th to the 15th next year. So welcome to email me, okay? You can also see details if you go to the top of my TikTok profile. There's a video there that has details in the caption, along with a story of our women in Italy that just passed in September of this year. Such a lovely, elevated experience of a lifetime. All right, I'm going to shut off YouTube now. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays.